good news with this storm, Kevin, is we're really looking at one commute being impacted, and that is the Thursday morning commute. The system's still a good 1,000 miles away from us here in New Hampshire. This time yesterday, it was over Alberta. This is an Alberta Clipper coming right at us, and it will gain a little bit of energy as it moves over the Great Lakes states later today and overnight. Here's how the travel impacts break down for late tomorrow into early Thursday. If you're on the roads during the daylight hours of Wednesday, no issues due to weather. The snow should start to begin around 8, 9, 10 o'clock. We might see some slippery travel, especially on untreated surfaces, but it looks like the highest impact is going to come between about midnight and 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. I think most of the snow is starting to taper off during the morning commute, but if you're traveling at least pre-dawn through about sunrise, that's probably when road conditions are going to be the slipperiest come Thursday. Here comes the snow late tomorrow. Notice though, through about 4 or 5 o'clock, things are dry outside of a quick flurry up in the White Mountains, but then that steady light snow breaks out statewide after about 9 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It may mix with rain at times right along and near the immediate coastline. Steady snow continues through early Thursday morning, but things start to break apart during the morning commute. There still may be a few residual scattered snow showers throughout much of Thursday, but it really shouldn't amount to a whole lot after about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. What about what follows? We have a shot of some cold air on the way for late week. Let's go back to Kevin for more on that.
Part of the effect of this is not only the travel issue for Thursday morning, but will be the winds picking up behind this system as it starts to depart. You can see some lingering light snow and snow showers by the time we get into Thursday evening up north. But this delivers some of the colder air of the season. Brisk winds out of the northwest, some gusts over 30 to 35 miles an hour in the day on Friday. It's not only about the wind, but it's about the temperatures, which are likely going to be in the 20s with that wind. So you're talking wind chills in the single digits and teens despite sunshine on Friday afternoon. Now the wind will be somewhat lighter going into the weekend, and you notice these kind of weak disturbances coming in out of south central parts of Canada. There could be a couple of shots of some very light snow, White Mountains up through the Great North Woods for both days over the weekend. Partial sunshine otherwise, but some of the coldest air of the season, probably not much above 30 even in southern New Hampshire, despite some sunshine on Saturday, and probably back into the lower half of the 30s after a chilly start with lows of the teens early on Sunday. So really no quit yet on the chillier pattern going into early next week. Again, we drop down 2 to 4 inches of snow across a decent part of the state, and that kind of reinforces that colder air heading into the weekend. A little bit of a rebound attempt heading into early next week with temperatures back above freezing finally by Sunday afternoon. Gene and I will be right back.